করবো লড়বো
All right, then a cracker of a game, heart in the mouth, at the edge of our seats, last ball tak. Oof, क्या क्या से क्या हो गया रीमा रीमा जी क्या से क्या हो गया
2 मिनट साइलेंस है मेरा चलो जायंट्स जीते या किंग्स जीते लेकिन आज क्रिकेट अच्छा देखने को मिला और यही हम उम्मीद भी करते हैं सीसीआई में मैच होता है मुझे याद है मेरा 2013 का वर्ल्ड कप भी उसी ग्राउंड पे था तो वहां पे ना उस विकेट्स में रन ही रन है वही आज देखने को मिला बॉलर स्ट्रगल करते नजर आए सिर्फ पिटोरियस जो थे उन्होंने अच्छी बॉलिंग की क्योंकि चेंज ऑफ पेस अच्छा था चेंज ऑफ पेस आप करते हैं लेकिन आपको सही जगह पे भी डालना होता है वहीं शिवम दुबे का वो ओवर 25 रनों का शायद वो गेम चेंजिंग
Exactly.
मोमेंट है या आप कह सकते हैं आप कहानी कहाँ आ रहे आप कहानी आ रहे 19वें ओवर में
बिल्कुल यही बात है जो आप कह रहे हो वो बिल्कुल सही है आई थिंक शिवम दुबे इन द लास्ट ओवर थोड़ा सा वहां पे हो गया 25 रन दे दिए
बट
एंड
ये यही T20 है ना कि आप रन से बहुत बनाते हैं कई बार आप जब देते हैं तो वो पलटवार भी कर सकता है बट ठीक है क्रिकेट अच्छा देखने को मिला
absolutely. And I think both ends were really good in terms of batting today. CSK, right from start to end, from the word go, they were at it, and so was Lucknow. But eventually, game उनकी हुई फिर. Joydeep, बोलिए. आपको ही
जी
बोलना है
मुझे
आज.
नहीं मुझे ऐसा लगा कि द चेन्नई bowling over the years the fast bowling has been superb comparatively today with Mukesh Chaudhary, Tushar Deshpande, Pretorius, पहले डगी बॉलिंजर हिल्फनहाउस इनके पास इंडियन bowlers तो थे ही बट जो फॉरेन bowlers भी थे ना वो कंट्री bowlers थे they were playing for their country they were number one bowlers for their country and with Mukesh and Tushar they will take their time but you cannot compare them with somebody who's playing international cricket they are a different breed altogether. उनका कपड़ा का जो थान होता है ना वो अलग है. Now these people might become in 2-3 years time, but अभी तक वो पहुंचा नहीं है. And this is a fast bowler. जो करना है fast bowlers को ही करना है. I still felt that, in my humble opinion, Moeen Ali would have been a decent option instead of Shivam Dube because Shivam Dube has always gone for runs. He doesn't have a slower ball, which is a slower ball is only effective when there's a basic difference, when there's a good difference between the two balls. If your faster ball and your slower ball is 10 kilometers slower, then it's not a slower ball. If you see the best slower balls in the world, they're 20, 25, 30 kilometers slower. Harshal Patel, Malinga back in the day. So मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि Moeen Ali is somebody who has done it for England. पावर प्ले में 18-19 ओवर डाला है. He has a lot of experience. See, international bowler के experience और वो जो load लेने का जो क्षमता है, the ability to take pressure, you know, it would have been a fatka, no doubt about it. Or you go with Jadeja. I'm saying Moeen Ali because he's done it before. Even Jadeja, there's nothing in it for the spinners. I agree, but I was thinking in the 19th over to go with somebody who has played international cricket. Probably in hindsight, अभी इधर शिवम दुबे 14 रन का ओवर डाल देता काम हो जाता. Everything is easier in
True.
hindsight. हाँ,
Yeah.
but मुझे लग रहा था to go with an international player bowler would have probably been a better option.
Yeah, absolutely. That is very true, and that is probably what went wrong for CSK. Veda, what do you have to say?
एंड अगर आपको एक आइडिया नहीं है कि यू फील यूर अ शॉर्ट ऑफ एन ओवर तो यू मेक द मेन बॉलर्स बॉल आउट इन द 19th ओवर जितना रन बचा सकते हो देख लो लास्ट में एंड देन इफ यू वांटेड टू गो विद शिवम दुबे और इवन मोइन अली और जडेजा then you go with it because you've already miscalculated and you've already put yourself in a situation कि ये लास्ट ओवर तक जाएगा अगर कोई आके लास्ट ओवर आप बोलोगे कि 15 रन भी होता या 10 रन भी होता डिफेंड करने का अगर they have the ability to do it you might as well make them do it in the 19th so that जो लास्ट के whatever it is if it was 10 runs or if it would have been 15 runs it could have been 18 runs and then you get this guy to bowl so in what happens in last over you're always like under pressure so you
Pressure.
always feel 19th over is the game where we need to take the bowler apart. So we kind of get our best bowler in the 19th over. That is, if we have another option that who is going to bowl the 20th, also is your best bowler. So if you don't have that thing, you could have just, I feel, bowled out with who bowled the last over?
मुकेश चौधरी.
Yeah, so with all of these options, you could have just gone with Mukesh Chaudhary, considering that he's got the angle, he's a left armer, he's already bowled 3 overs in the match. Give him, had he even gone for like 15, 16 runs or 17 runs, in the last over you still would have had around 18 runs. So that puts a lot of pressure on the batter now, knowing that this is the last over. And for the bowler, it's about just getting one or two balls right. And those
True.
kind of things can be done, I feel, if things come to this situation.
I think in terms of batting, Lucknow was really great right from the start. What we were hoping to see, at least what I was hoping to see, that performance from the top order. KL Rahul and Quinton de Kock came in and they stayed till they made a really good total for the team, and then obviously the others didn't have that much of. Of course, there was still pressure because it was a huge total they were chasing. But then again, we had Avon Lewis, who started well, and then who again ramped it up in towards the end, and then with his partnership with Ayush Badoni, again a youngster that we were talking about even in his last match, the performance that he gave. Finishing that job alongside Evan Lewis was just absolutely brilliant, I would say. क्या बोलेंगी आप रीमा जी? अब थोड़ी सी तारीफ
आह,
लखनऊ की कर लीजिए.
नहीं, बिल्कुल देखिए उनको क्रेडिट देना बनता है क्योंकि दोनों ही जो टीम्स थी पहला मैच हार के आ रही थी लेकिन नई टीम थी और मेरा शुरू से मानना है अगर ऑक्शन में किसी ने अच्छा होमवर्क किया है, अच्छे बाइस किए हैं तो लखनऊ को आप नंबर 1 पे डाल दीजिए। अगर अभी तो इनके पास स्टोइनिस नहीं है, होल्डर नहीं है, जैसे ही वो वापस आएँगे इस टीम को रोकना मुश्किल नहीं नामुमकिन होगा मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है क्योंकि बैलेंस साइड नज़र आ रही है और अब वो रिदम में भी नज़र आ रही है। आज कैप्टन से भी बेटर देखने को मिली।
Yes.
लेकिन बैटिंग की बात करेंगे, स्टार्ट टी20 में पावर प्ले में अगर आप अच्छा स्टार्ट देते हैं और कैप्टन राहुल ने और डिकॉक ने एक ताबड़तोड़ शुरुआत दी थी। मतलब स्टार्टिंग से ही आपने जो रन रेट था ना, वो एक मेंटेन करके रखा हुआ था जो आपको रिक्वायर्ड रन रेट था। और उसके बाद एक एक फ्लॉस मुझे ऐसा लगा कि शायद मनीष पांडे को वो उस टाइम पे नहीं
Hmm,
भेजना
hmm,
चाहिए था।
hmm,
आज आप
hmm.
बच गए क्योंकि नीचे लुइस ने और बदोनी ने बहुत अच्छी बैटिंग की
Badoni,
लेकिन कई
Deepak
बार
Hooda ने
ये
सही
ये
बात.
बैकफायर कर सकता है। ये एक
Hmm.
चीज़ होगी मेरे को लगता है बैटिंग लाइनअप पे आप देख सकते हैं। उसके बाद आज जिस चीज़ पे हाथ डाला लखनऊ ने वो सोना साबित हुआ है। लुइस ने वो पावर हिटिंग दिखाई, फास्टेस्ट 50 इस आईपीएल का बन चुका है और बदौनी
Exactly.
जैसे कि राहुल ने पिछले प्रेजेंटेशन में भी कहा था कि एबी बेबी कहते हैं 360 डिग्री वो प्लेयर है। दिल्ली से ही वो खेलते हैं, हालाँकि दिल्ली से डोमेस्टिक इतना खेले नहीं है वो, क्योंकि मैं डीडीसी की सीएससी में तो उनका गेम मैंने कई बार देखा है। पेसर्स को वो बैट के स्वीप मारते हैं, पेडल स्वीप मारते हैं। आई मीन स्लिम है देखने में, लेकिन उनके पास ताकत है, उनके पास टाइमिंग है और एक स्ट्रॉन्ग हेड है।
बिल्कुल. जी, जॉयदा?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, see, now is tournament mein lag raha hai 200 is the new 170 because it's the
हाँ,
first part of the tournament. 200 people are getting spinners' role is really diminishing unless you're a wrist spinner, unless you're a Chehel where you have something extra. Where wrist spinners, as we know, they can extract more spin. They've got more in the repertoire with more variations with the googly, with the flipper, with the leg spin. So that is the reason why I think the finger spinners and they have not been able to make their mark in this tournament so far. They're just coming in bowling and patli gali se nikal ja rahe. They are not really a attacking option at this point in time. Maybe as the tournament goes on, as the pitches become more tired and we see more bare, less of grass, maybe they will have an option. But right now they are not looking at a great option. It's like उनको कराना है तो करा रहा है. अच्छा एक विकेट गिर गया अभी करा लो. नया बैट्समैन आ गया अभी करा लो. लेफ्ट हैंडर आ गया तो ऑफ स्पिनर करा लो. It's not like you're getting the off spinner out to get you wickets, but you are bowling them in between. But it's the fast bowlers. Every game we saw Akash pick up wickets. We say
Hmm.
everybody every time it's the fast bowlers who are coming and picking up wickets. And the good thing about picking up wickets for fast bowlers, I just a cue from yesterday. Akashdeep went for 40, picked up 3 wickets. But if three guys pick up 40 and pick up 3 wickets each, then the opponents are 120 for 9. So that's the advantage of picking up wickets. The problem is if you don't pick up wickets, then somebody else is going for 50. Even if you go for 36, somebody else is going for 50, and that's what happened in both the games today. Not enough wickets were picked up in regular interval.
In fact, a lot of runs were given, and most of the bowlers turned out very expensive.
नहीं एक
Yeah,
चीज़ और थी आज देखिए सेकंड हाफ में सेकंड इनिंग में ड्यू बहुत ज़्यादा थी। कैचेस
yeah,
Hmm.
मिस
true.
हुए हैं, डिकॉक का वो
Yeah,
कैच हो जाता तो
Yes.
ड्यू ने भी बहुत
Yes.
इंपॉर्टेंट
Yes.
फैक्टर प्ले किया है। वो कैचेस अगर हो जाते वो बॉलिंग जो मुकेश चौधरी ने लास्ट डाला तो ऐसा लगा उनके हाथ से छूटा था, तो कई बार इसीलिए चेस करना स्पेशली इस वानखेड़े में और सीसीआई में थोड़ा मुश्किल हो सकता है, क्योंकि क्लोज स्टेडियम है, तो वहां पे ड्यू फैक्टर इंपॉर्टेंट रोल रहने वाला है, यानी कि टॉस इंपॉर्टेंट होने वाला है।
बल्कि मुकेश चौधरी का जो फर्स्ट ओवर उन्होंने बॉल किया था वो काफी अच्छा था, ही जस्ट गेव 2 रन्स, बट देन इन द एंड बाद में करते करते उन्होंने 30 रन तक दे दिए।
देखिए, जब तक आप बिखरेंगे नहीं तब तक निखरेंगे कैसे।
वो भी सही
True, true.
है। दैट्स व्हाट दे आर सेइंग नो, कि हर आईपीएल में आई थिंक यंगस्टर्स काफी आते हैं और नरिश होते हैं, और दे एंड अप बिकमिंग बेटर एंड बेटर विद देयर ईच परफॉर्मेंस इन द सीजन।
No,
सो
that's true, Priya. But with the CSK bowling, it's right now
यस,
it's a fast bowlers tournament. But
यस,
except Bravo and Pretorius, okay, there's no baddie bowlers here.
ट्रू,
Bravo is not a fast bowler; he's an all-rounder. I'm talking
करेक्ट,
about the Hilton. I'm talking about somebody like who's playing for Australia, bowling playing for England, playing for South Africa. I'm talking about those guys.
या,
So if
ट्रू,
you see, those guys are missing. So even somebody, so that is the guy you look to. He'll come
या,
first over one wicket. Like that. That Deepak Chand they're
एग्जैक्टली,
missing. But you're missing what you have. I mean, you got to go with what you have. Injuries and all this is a part. There are a lot of teams that are missing players with injuries, not just Chennai. But it's just that I feel in the auction, even when I saw the team, I thought good teams also have a decent option as a backup. There are decent Indian bowlers also in the market which weren't picked up. You've gone for absolute beginners, and they will take time because a good dish is not cooked in a few minutes.
yeah, I think that is absolutely, absolutely right. Yes, Veda, what have you got to say? It's a little bit, I think you can talk about CSK's batting, because Rima ji is looking for that support still from you.
No, I think CSK, they were amazing. Like to watch Robbie bat the way he did. It's like vintage Robbie. What we've seen him probably um, when he played for RCB in 2012, 13, and then when he went to KKR. After that, I think we saw a glimpse of it. We know how powerful he is. He's a very powerful bat to come up and give that start to CSK, and with whoever came in kind of chipped in, with Moin Ali
They
chipping
all
in,
contributed. Yeah.
Jadeja chipping in, and not to forget MS coming in and scoring the first ball
Six,
six.
another ball
Very
four, and
powerful.
then ended it in
Eat,
style.
Powerful
sleep,
With a
bat,
four.
finish the innings, best finisher in the world.
Best finisher. I
Best
agree
thing.
to that.
Yeah,
मजा आता है
I
उनको देख के,
kind of
भले उन्होंने
stressed. I kind of stressed on it so that Rima feels good about it.
no,
But
no, I absolutely agree with that also, because he is that good, and it's a treat to watch him, right?
yeah,
सी
and
हम हमेशा वेट
speaking
करते
of
थे वेदा
honest,
कि एम एस धोनी द कैप्टन हमेशा दिखता था, लेकिन जब से ये वाला आईपीएल आया ना एम एस धोनी द बैटर दिख रहा है।
that's nice. Like Abhi wo dikh bhi raha hai, like he looks really relaxed on the field. He's been hitting the ball well. So I think overall, CSK as a batting unit looked really good. Even the
Yeah.
innings what Shivam Dubey played, there were quite a few shots. You watch it and you go wow, because
Yes.
punching, back foot punching for a slower ball, straight, between the sweeper covers and the covers inside. Those were the shot which you would go like, wow, this guy's got something really special. And if CSK is the team that is going to unleash his potential, I think it's good for him and as well as CSK. That they have a potential batter on top who could play innings like that. So apart from that, bowling, like when you score to 210 and then it gets chased, so it is a matter of moments. So I
Yeah.
feel the moments were lost in CSK when they dropped those catches, because you need to, if you want to put pressure on them, you need to make sure that you're taking those catches, and they were not half chances; they were straight into your hands.
सेट
Converting half chances is the second point, but the ones which are coming straight to you, if you start picking those, the move of getting Bravo in the power play, which usually we don't do, and had he got that Peacock's wicket there, probably the dynamics would have changed a little bit. But nothing, like I said, when it's 210 and it gets chased down, you hardly have done anything wrong. It's just little mistakes, which just climbs up and becomes into one big mistake. And I feel CSK's issue was their fielding. But at the same time, Lucknow, I felt they were too short at times when they were bowling up front. So with all the back foot punches and the pull shots and all of that things. So yeah, I mean, win would have made Lucknow feel good about it. They've got their things done really well. They're banking their youngsters to go and finish the job. So that's a nice thing to do. Like we have all the franchise, most of them have their heavyweights going in to finish, but Lucknow and Gujarat is two teams I think where they're banking on these young batters to go and finish it, and it's nice to see.
And it's nice to see they are also proving themselves and performing since they've started. So I think it's great. Superb. So who's किसका मैच है कल पंजाब और केकेआर?
80 तुस्सी पिएंगे लस्सी पंजाब का मैच है, हम तो तैयारी से आ गए।
मुझे बताइए एक एक करके
It's
आपके पिक
Veena
है रीमा
versus
जी ने
Joyda.
डिसाइड करनी है। हाँ
Oh
जोयदा
See, Priya,
yes!
see on this tournament, Veda and what Rima said. See, it's also this has been a batters tournament so far. So
Hmm.
here it's been now will be the birth of those star bowlers.
Yeah.
yes
Now before the tournament is over, we'll find a couple of guys whose names are not big names now, but they'll become big names. Whether it's
true
Avesh, whether it's Akashdeep, I don't know. That time will tell. But that's what happens when you're pushed into an adversity. When it's your fast bowlers. This is right now for the first time at least. The spinners will have a holding job in this IPL. That's what, unless you're Chahal or Rashid Khan. If you're especially or different, I'm talking about the finger spinners. They're more holding. So now we'll find a couple of fast bowlers who will come and make their own. Sunday, you will see that they are up there in the top 4, 5 wicket takers because they push to a corner, you will respond. And the only way you respond a fast bowler or any bowler for that matter is with wickets in this version.
yeah
स्पिनर्स की आपने बात की जयदीप, उस स्पिनर से मैं एक वर्ड पिक करती हूँ, रिस्ट स्पिनर की भी बात करनी बनती है प्रिया। देखिए रवि बिश्नोई 400 से ऊपर रन आज पड़े, लेकिन रवि बिश्नोई ने 4 ओवर 24 रन और 2 विकेट।
मैं
आई
वही
एम
That's
बोलने
what I
वाली थी
said.
कि आई थिंक
एक्सपेक्टिंग
अदर देन ऑल द अदर
No, that's what I
bowlers
said. Except the wrist spinners. I said I
हाँ
always say except the wrist spinners because I said that earlier also. Wrist spinner ka paas jo hai, they can turn the ball on any wicket. They have a lot of variation. So unko main bahar rakh ke bol raha. I'm talking about the finger spinners. Even some really good ones are there. People like Ashwin and Moeen Ali are top class spinners. But their potency has looked a little bit docile because the wickets they're bowling. So it's a holding job. But there were tournaments in Dubai and Sharjah where we saw where Ashwin was लग रहा हर ओवर में 2 विकेट लेगा because the wickets were like that. So वो टाइम आया नहीं, शायद आ जाएंगे by the time we go to the second half. But अभी तक आया नहीं. जब तक नहीं आए तो हीरो तो किसी को तो मैच जिताना पड़ेगा. तो उधर मुझे लग रहा है कि फास्ट बॉलर्स का कोई ना कोई तो उभर के निकल आएगा. That's how stars are born.
Yeah, absolutely. And what
बिल्कुल।
Rima ji is saying is absolutely correct. I think in on Lucknow's side, बाकी सबको छोड़ के रवि बिश्नोई एक थे जो relatively economical थे, 2 wickets भी लिए, 24 runs दिए 2 overs में, but still he took 2 wickets, and I think that is something to appreciate.
देखिए लास्ट मैच में हमने देखा था हसरंगा के वो 4 विकेट गेम चेंजिंग मूवमेंट था,
Yes.
और आज वो रवि बिश्नोई के 2 विकेट। तो बीइंग अ लेग स्पिनर, जब लेग स्पिनर की बात करते हैं मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है।
No, no, leg spinners are in fact,
अच्छा
franchises call. I get calls from franchise. अच्छे spinner है, अच्छे leg spinner है. Even at the under 19 11 and all, they want to know if there's a leg spinner in the pipeline because they feel if there's an under 16 boy who's taking a lot of wickets for Bengal or Delhi or Bombay, whoever, if he's coming in the pipeline, he's got to be groomed. They'll keep an eye on him. But that now might not be the same for a finger spinner. We've got finger spinners who take a lot of wickets in domestic cricket. They don't make it unless you can bat, like a Shabazz. He can bat, he can bowl, so theek hai. But just a spinner. But the moment a wrist spinner comes, a leg spinner comes, or a Chinaman bowler comes, they are looked at with different eyes, and they're special. There's no doubt about it. If you look at Chahal, Rashid, Asaranga, look at these guys. Kuldeep,
कुलदीप
he's had
यादव।
a rough he had a rough time with Sunil Narine and then Varun aa gaya, so he had to sit out and the
Correct.
wickets at Eden Gardens with you can't play 3 spinners at Eden. I understand that, but abhi uska bhi time aa gaya, and the world is round.
Absolutely. Well, all right. This was today, but I think unlike today, tomorrow the two teams that are coming to play have each won एक match जीत के आ रहे हैं, पंजाब और KKR दोनों. और पंजाब को in fact Kagiso Rabada is also going to be joining them tomorrow, so he's going to add strength to the team for sure.
I'm eager to see which way Veda goes.
वेदा रबाडा आ रहा है, आ जाओ। चलो मिलके जयदीप को हराते हैं।
Veda, two small stars on top of that emblem. Just have a little respect. You won a lot in your life. Two little stars. these teams are, the stars are missing right now.
I
वेदा
feel
आरसीबी
जो stars है ना, वो stars जो
Acha, you
गांव
sleep over it. You tell us tomorrow. You sleep over it. Don't tell us now.
जो
No,
stars
no, no. This.
no listen to me, जो stars जो लगा
अच्छा,
के गए ना वो नहीं खेल रहे अब नया टीम है।
अरे जो भी है,
जो स्टार
स्टार जो
लगा के
टीम
गया
का,
है वो लखनऊ में
टीम
बैठा
का
है।
अभी
जीटीए
2013 में
सिटिंग विद
इंडिया वर्ल्ड
लखनऊ।
कप, अभी अभी भी इंडिया जब वनडे खेलती है स्टार्स रहता है ना, तो कौन प्लेयर है जो
So you
2013 में था?
can't bribe me with the stars, Joyda. That is what
I'm
I'm
not
saying.
bribing. I'm just trying to influence you. You sleep over this. Have a good night's sleep.
No,
कल को
Tomorrow,
लड़बो जीतबो रे
We will
कल
see
को लड़बो
bribery. What
जीतबो रे
works, bribing or
no,
bullying?
I've made up my mind. I'm going to go with Punjab
यस
because now
वेदा इज हाफ पंजाबी जॉयदीप
I'm
सर
going with I'm
आई एम
going with
टेलिंग यू शी इज
Punjab
हाफ
because
पंजाबी
Mayank is the captain. So he's a Bangalore boy. He's a friend of mine, and even in the auction, we spoke about it. Like Lucknow and Punjab were really good on paper. So and there is Raj Bawa as well. So
हाँ
I'll go
बावा
with
यप
Punjab.
यप
जोयदा, अभी के लिए मैं आपका साथ दे देती हूँ। कल मैं आपको प्रॉपर्ली स्क्वाड्स और सब कुछ देखकर कल एनालाइज करके बताऊंगी। फिलहाल I'll just give my heart to Kolkata just for you.
thank
She's
you,
going to
Priyaji.
sleep
You
over
are a
it
lot
and
better.
change.
One day I will go and support some other team. That day, Veda will support KKR.
Chalo, it's been a great conversation. Thank you very much, Veda, Joydeep, Rima. We will see you again tomorrow. कल के मैच में देखते हैं क्या होता है और कल क्या क्या बातचीत होती है. Thank you so much for joining us here.
Thank you guys.
थैंक
See
यू
you.
गुड
Have fun.
नाइट
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.